What's up, y'all? I can't be the only one that feel this way. Welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a little segment I call Beanbag Conversation because I be having so many random thoughts. I just feel like we should address them together, and I want to do it in a calm setting. So relax. You ain't got to be all uptight. We just gonna have a cool little conversation. That's it. That's all. Just a calm little conversation on a beanbag about just the misconceptions of isolation and how you can seclude yourself and actually cause more damage. The reality is this: isolation, it ain't healing yet. And we're kind of taught when something hurts you, get away from it. But we're not really taught the process of getting through something that's hurting you. When it comes to isolation, there has to be levels to it, to where physical is not the only method of removing yourself. Emotionally, to where we have to understand the need for human presence, the need of human energy, and it's okay to have that. I can still be around you, but you just don't have access to my emotional thoughts, to my emotional. Okay. And this is something I had to learn because whenever I went through something, I was taking myself away from everybody. People didn't hear from me, people didn't see me. But that was actually a disguise into getting me more lost. Because if I take myself away and I don't know how to get through my problems, I'm just making more problems on top of that. I'm just layering more problems. Now I'm suffering in silence. Now I'm suffering alone because I don't want to bring anyone close to my imperfections. That can be a scary place, and I want to invite the conversation because as we talk about it, you will start to realize how scary and how deep and how confusing it can actually become by you saying in your mind, I'm isolating. Why my life not changing? I don't want you to have this thought. I'm taking myself away from everybody. I'm figuring this out by myself, and my life is not changing. Let me give you this idea. You can still enjoy. You can still go out. You can still treat yourself. You can still reward yourself, even while going through and trying to process your life. You have permission to do that. But isolation makes you feel like, oh, if you're doing anything outside of being to yourself, you're being destructive, when actually secluding yourself and putting yourself in a corner is the destruction if you're not actively still living. Because I don't want you to go through something and let it take control of your life. If you let your problems grab the wheel, they will drive you crazy. Hello. That's crazy to think about. Isolation ain't just always taking yourself away from everybody, not being reachable. Sometimes that idea of isolation can be, I'm not reachable emotionally. You can be around, but you just cannot contribute to my emotion. Let me take away emotional access, but I can still be around. So I don't want you to neglect parts of yourself that still need human engagement, that still need energy because you're working on a problem. And I get it. We all got things we're working on. It's always going to be the next thing, because the fortunate and unfortunate part about being human is this: when you fix something, something else will break. So it's a constant loop of fixing, a constant loop of working, a constant loop of paying attention to yourself and not getting lost in the process. Man, healing cannot be confirmed until you meet the situation that caused the trauma and you act differently. You don't know if you're healing until you see something that's like what caused the pain. Hello. Because isolation will make you think just because I ain't seen what caused the pain in 6 months that I'm good. And then the moment you see it, you flip out. The moment you see that person, you flip out because you wasn't healing. You was just avoiding. You was walking around everything but the solution. And my goal is to see people walk through. So the conversation, I want to steer it around understanding who to let in and how to let them in. Everybody does not need to contribute to your emotional process when it comes to your healing, when it comes to your struggle. That's not everybody's place. You have to be unafraid to set the boundary, but the boundaries have to be set in good places where they can be helpful to you. Sometimes a boundary can be constricting to you. It can stop your growth because you put up all these walls and you don't put a door for you to get out. You're stuck within your boundaries. Your boundaries can also become your prison. Ooh, hello. Right there. Ooh, I said something there. Your boundaries can become your prison. So the idea and the goal is to be healthy through this confusion. Even though life is going to life you, if you don't life it, hello. It's imperative to understand the process that isolation is not just a physical journey. It can also be an emotional journey. It can be a spiritual journey. I don't want you to be that person that's pretending. So working on you doesn't always mean working alone. Mm? So you might have to take that time to learn only letting people in that can actually help you. The same way a stranger, when they walk by you in the street, don't know what you're going through. That can be the same type of precedent that you set with people where I can know you, but you don't have to know everything or you don't have to be involved in this. A doctor does not know how to fly a plane. Everybody has their place to be valuable. And the main person I want you to be valuable to is yourself. And I want to make sure when you're isolating, you're doing it with the intent of actually getting through and not just avoiding. Even though it might be hard, it might be the toughest thing in your life. The moment you isolate without the intent of conquering and seeing it again, that thing wins. Whatever size of your struggle you're going through, the moment you don't choose to conquer it and you choose to avoid it, and you try to mask healing as isolation and say, just because I ain't seen it, I'm good now. Whatever that thing is wins. Because when you see it again, it's going to be a problem. Hello. Let me write that down. And these are the conversations I have myself all the time to make sure I'm regulating the way I'm doing things, to make sure I'm pushing myself forward and not just kind of in my way. The isolation has no intent. I'm just going to get away. I'm just going to go. I'm done. I'm clocking out. I'm done. We don't get the luxury to sit in that space. Isolation ain't healing yet. It's just the first step to understanding what needs to be healed. It's the first step in a big ass staircase of changing your life. Isolation is the first step in a big ass staircase of changing your life. But before you isolate, you must understand in what way you need to be isolated. Everything has a way it needs to be done. You cannot have a general solution for singular subjective problems. Hello. I don't want you walking around here with one solution to solve every problem, because every problem is not the same. How you even define healing should be the priority right now. Because what I don't want you doing is out here doing something that you presume is healing and you wondering why your life is not changing because you're not doing what you need. But until next time, if I miss something, if you need me to go deeper, just let me know in the comments and I got you. It's a beautiful, what's today? It's a beautiful Thursday. Hopefully the rest of your day is blessed. I'll catch you later. Yeah.